We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, they, thems, zimzers. We are back. The Rundown with Silva is back, and we are at our new home at Cosmic Soup Recording. Couldn't be more stoked to be part of the family over here. I know we took a lot of time off. We'll get into that on the podcast of why we had so much time off and the delays that we had. But this is our new humble abode, Cosmic Soup Recording. And what better way to bring it in than with my boy Wade, my boy Guyver, Elliot Diggs on camera, Justin Reed on the Google machine, and of course, Jeremy Daniels, the god of gods, helping us with audio. Guys, let's give all of ourselves a round of applause because this is fucking awesome, dude. We're finally in here.
Long time coming, man.
Dude, cheers, boys.
Stoked
Fucking A. This is so sick. Thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome, man. The preparation, like you've been putting in work, man.
Dude, it's been a lot. You know, definitely with the events that happened over the past few months, like have put a hold on things. I wanted to start this way earlier in the summer. But I am so stoked to be in here. Like, this is a actual dream come true. Like, this is fucking awesome. I've always wanted to be in this space. You know, we're neighboring with FOL, TV Tragedy, Meatbag, everyone that fucking Jeremy has coming through, Guyver's upstairs. Like, this is the spot I've always wanted to be for this podcast. Like, I'm so fucking stoked. And, you know, Austin isn't here today. He's still editing and producing our whole podcast. We just got, you know, he just had a child. So Elliot's here helping out with the cameras. Thank you, Mr. Elliot Diggs. Appreciate it so much, buddy. You're the man. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. I just had a week with my son. It was his birthday yesterday. Reminded me that I'm old and dying, but had a blast. Played some arcade games. Played VR. Dude, I've never really played VR. That shit was crazy.
That shit is insane.
I want more of it, but I'm doing really good, man. Thanks for having us on.
Dude, of course. Dude, can't wait. My man's.
Just, you know, doing the adult thing, man. Had a baby. Beautiful boy.
Congrats, man.
Dude,
Congrats.
congratulations all around.
Yeah.
For new baby Orion.
Yeah, and hey,
Ooh,
that
Orion?
man, Orion.
That's a dope name, man. That's
Thank
a
you.
dope
Thank
name.
you very much. I thought of it myself.
Hey, all the credit.
Thought of it yourself.
I did. Don't do that. But you know, just getting adjusted from the life that I had. You know, we used to go to shows and all this stuff. Kind of just focusing on other things now and getting my family together. You know,
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
getting
dude.
the foundation down.
And priorities.
I was definitely one of those guys, man. People would be like, "Oh, it changes you," and I'd be like, "Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Like I'm built different, you know."
Yeah.
Nah, bruh. Nah, it changes everything. That's my baby.
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
That's what you
Are you
got going
That's
on?
my baby.
You bring up Black Dad. you gotta
That's an
find
old picture of me right there.
Dude, I was saying I'm so high. I legit was like, I was like, damn, dude, you made a meme with your baby so quick. I'm slacking, man.
Dude, and thanks for coming early to have some beers with me before this because I was like, I don't want to say I was nervous, but I just wanted to make sure everything would work.
Yeah.
And like, there are going to be some really cool interviews that I have on people that come in and whatever, but like, I needed the first thing to happen just to be the fucking homies hanging out and shooting the
Yep.
fucking shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's definitely what we're good at.
Dude, the new
Yeah.
house that you got going on is dope. I
Thank
fucking
you.
love going over. And now we live close to each other.
Bro, you moved closer to me.
Okay, so let's just get into this real quick. I'm just going to explain what's been going on with the podcast and everything.
Tell me.
I ran the whole thing out of my apartment. Extremely challenging because, you know, we like to smoke pot, smoke cigarettes, listen to
Allegedly.
music. Yeah, allegedly. Like, we like to have a good time. It doesn't go over so well in an apartment complex all the time.
It is
Yeah.
not.
It doesn't. So,
Well, you're also living in your cables, dude. Like
Yeah.
your setup was your living space, so that's also another whole challenge.
And you got an 80-pound dog running around. That's
that's
a little
true.
rough.
yeah,
Not
it was,
easy.
dude, it was tough. It was
Yeah.
really hard. And so I'm like, all right, well, I knew our lease was ending. They bumped our rent. We knew we weren't going to renew. So, and then we were going to be down to roommate. Our fucking good guy CJ, who's been featured on a
Yep.
bunch of episodes. Love you, buddy.
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
Love you. He moved to Iowa with his family. Good for him. He's loving it out there. It's good to keep in touch with him. But when we moved, it was just going to be me, the girl, and the dog. So we could downsize. We could get something cheaper. Cool. We found that. I'm like, all right, well, separating the podcast and a lot of my work from home life was not going well. Like I wasn't, because we were living in the work, you know, cables running everywhere.
Yeah.
People coming over to edit, blah, blah, blah. So try to do a few webcam ones. It's not the same.
It also never works the same because lag, audio differences, video quality. It's just, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all. So we moved in a new spot. My beautiful girlfriend, who's about to bring in here a 6-pack. Ooh, thank you,
The lost forgotten
baby.
6-pack.
So, long story short, I approached Jeremy. I was like, hey, like, I know you got a little room over there. Like, what does it take? He laid out a really fucking cool deal for me. I couldn't be more fucking stoked to be here. My friends record here. My friends rehearse
Right,
here.
yeah.
Like, everyone is fucking here.
Shouts out to Jeremy.
Dude, shouts out to Jeremy
Jeremy.
Daniel of the Cosmic
Yeah.
Soup Recording. My fucking guy.
And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but he's behind just almost everything in Arizona, man.
He
He's
is.
killing it.
He
He's
is.
killing it.
No, I thought he's playing with Squared and Torn at the
Yeah.
same. Like, he's just fucking doing the goddamn thing. Like, talk about a guy I don't want to be. No, but it's, and, you know, we lost my Uncle B. That sucked. That was really, really fucking shitty. That put a huge hold on things. I was planning to be in here by around June.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to be here around June, and you know, with the way that things rolled out and
Yeah.
stuff, and our emotional state of mind, and you know, especially me and Wade, because we were so close to him, like just getting our minds back to where we needed to be. It was a fucking journey. You know, it's October right now, like, and I'm feeling better. It really sucks that he's gone. I miss him every fucking day,
Every fucking day.
dude, every fucking day.
Salud.
And you know, he always wanted us to be great. So I can't put things on hold for his death. He wouldn't want that.
Absolutely.
And I did. And so I had snapped out of it, got back to it, starting going to more shows, playing more shows, doing this again. I'm feeling better, dude. That's
Yeah.
all I got to say. I feel like I'm back.
It's
I
good
feel
to
like I'm
hear,
back,
man.
and I feel like my uncle's on my shoulders, like massaging me, like, come on, Ty Bear, you fucking got this.
Stop
Yeah.
being a bitch.
Yeah, stop being a bitch. Feels good. It
Yeah.
feels good. I feel like he's just always on my shoulder now,
Yeah.
and like just yelling in my ear, like, get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
constant reminder. And I'll say, like, through that rough time, there was something that you said that stuck with me. And you were like, the hardest thing to do is not be self-destructive. And holy shit, that changed things for me.
yeah.
When
Dude.
you're in that mental place, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, especially because, like, you know, he really went downhill with drinking. It's not a secret. And it sucked. And after he passed away, I didn't want to do that because I like drinking. And I just wanted to associate drinking with good times like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if I associate drinking with good times and not bad times. So, like, when I feel down and out and at my shittiest, for me, the answer is not alcohol.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
try to, like,
that's the easy answer.
dude, yeah, I want to
Right.
earn my alcohol. I'm like, why don't you go out there, work hard, and like have a good hard day's work?
Earn
If you
your
want a beer to
alcohol.
like have a nice day, associate alcohol with a nice day.
Yeah.
Don't associate it with bad things. I associate it with shows. I associate it with friends. You know what I mean? Like, don't make alcohol the thing that you do like something bad.
Yeah. Use it. Don't let it use you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dude, nailed it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude,
Uh,
I feel it. I had last year we had my grandpa and my uncle pass away in a short period of time. And the first thing like everyone did was like, we're just gonna drink.
I got
you
to
know?
play guitar with your grandpa one time.
Yeah, dude,
Dude.
it was awesome. He loved it. We used to live together in a little tiny house in downtown Phoenix, 400 square feet, one bedroom, and me and my grandpa. Well, he needed help, so I let him move in. Dude, we'd have people come through. We'd hang out. He'd watch us like make songs on the spot, and then like you got to meet him. Was it at my mom's restaurant?
No, I got to meet him at when you were living with him. Because
Okay.
remember, like, that's when we first started hanging out.
Yeah, that's when we first met when I was performing in downtown.
Yeah.
We met at that one show. But yeah, it was cool. So like people like you would come through, he'd jam out with them. Everyone would like play music and stuff. So dude, I understand. Like it was so easy to go the wrong route and be like, this is an excuse. You know, like this is a valid reason. But I like what you said, like earn your alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah, I just don't
Be
want
productive.
like the things I
Productive.
enjoy. I don't want to like become a burden to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pornography.
Right.
Pornography fucking rules.
It's I can't put it in the words.
But when your uncle dies and all you want to do is watch pornography, you're like, this is a crutch.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
I'm gonna finish this one.
I'm gonna
but-
finish this one.
Dude, I feel like there's especially nowadays, time wise. Like for me, it's video games. Like I feel so guilty playing, but I'm not doing anything else. So it's like, yo, I love doing this, but I shouldn't be, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's I feel guilty and it sucks because it's like, dude, it's what I write about. It's what dude, me and you met playing video games.
Yeah. First of all, I think there are lines in the sand for video games, right?
Dude, well, everything like alcohol, pornography, video games, anything that you enjoy that is not just like
Everything
taking in
moderation.
nutrients and
Yeah.
Exactly.
exposing waste.
Everything in
Yeah.
moderation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the things that are good for you, when you have a surplus, they become destructive.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's something a lot of people don't think about. Like, fucking vitamin C. You
Go-
take too much
Go
vitamin
drink
C.
2 gallons of milk.
Exactly.
See what happens.
You're gonna have some problems.
Dude,
Yeah.
apparently too much vitamin D will create the same symptoms as a bipolar diagnosis.
That makes sense because I've been giving these women the vitamin D, and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. We just started. We're not gonna do that.
Wait, vitamin-
I'm gonna have one with you boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, wait, vitamin D can give you psychosis? Like an
So
overdose? of it?
not give it to you. And again, I'm no doctor.
Justin, get
but-
on this, please.
But from what
Already done it.
From what I've heard is people that have a surplus of vitamin D, more often are diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Do you want me to just
So-
read it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
please,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
read this out to us,
That's my
please.
part.
Articulate, please.
So, the main consequences of vitamin D toxicity is the buildup of calcium in your blood, and then some fucking medical term that I can't pronounce, which can cause nausea, vomiting, weakness, and frequent urination. Vitamin D toxicity might progress to bone pain and kidney problems, such as formation of calcium stones.
Is
Okay.
can you see if there's anything relating overdose of vitamin C to psychosis?
Yeah.
Did he say overdose? Is that
Well,
a
no,
thing?
it's not necessarily an
It's
overdose.
just a buildup of it. It's,
Okay.
So what this is just like word of mouth. When it comes to like hormone deficiencies, vitamin D is one of those things where like, hey, you have too much of this, we're going to repress that. And that can aid in whatever, not disability, whatever mental illness that you may be suffering from. Because again, I've met people that have diagnosed bipolar disorder and their prescription was like a vitamin D suppressant.
Right.
It's strange. I mean, that may not be the only thing, but I just wanted
Right.
to join in on the vitamin talk.
Because
Mopping
we're
on
all,
the
dude, we're
vitamin
all
train.
extremely healthy, dude.
This guy.
so,
Extreme.
Oh, what you got for me, Justin?
along with the buildup of calcium in your blood, if you have too much vitamin D, it can cause hormone imbalance. Typically,
Oh.
it shows in depression, hot flashes, and mood swings.
I do not need any of those.
Nah,
Not at all.
And I feel bad for your women, Wade.
makes
Right.
sense why she has all those things. You know what I mean?
Women. That was actually all cap. I'm in a committed relationship.
Dude, that's why like Sunny D, when you drink Sunny D, you just go buck after. It's not the sugar, dude. Your fucking hormones are all fucked up.
Just wild,
Yeah.
just wilding out. Like my testosterone is pressed out, so it's just trying to press back up.
That's funny.
Dude, I was thinking about, so the older I get, right? I just turned 30. You're a
Hey.
few years older than me.
Yeah, I'm 31, I think.
I'm turning
30
31 in December.
Okay, so you're turning 31. So we're back to football season and shit like that. And
Sports.
oh yeah, big sports. But
I was just shouting out
What's your
sports.
team, Ty? Tell the people.
huh?
You heard me. You heard me. Say
Huh?
it.
Wait, what?
Say it.
Las Vegas Raiders, baby.
So Tyler is Mexican.
It's been proven now. No, but dude, I was thinking about because Wade is always like when we were living together and she's like, I could beat his ass. And like we're not like watching anybody. Like we're watching like Mr. Beast. Like, of course you could watch like beat Mr. Beast's ass. Like I'm looking at you. And then I was like, well, he's getting older. Like I'm just starting to think of celebrities that you would lose fights to. It just
Yeah.
constantly like
Will Smith.
Tom Hardy.
All right, yeah, Tom Hardy. Yeah, that's a rough one right there. That man.
You
That
see,
boy-
he just
that
won a
boy
jujitsu
stacked.
dude. He just went in and won a jujitsu contest, and he was like telling his opponent, like, "Please don't think of me as Tom Hardy. Like, I really want to like go against you." I'm like, he would beat Wade's ass.
I mean, you ain't gotta say it like that. Like, have some confidence
No, I
in your
need
boy.
to. Do you know why? Because every time I go over and have a fucking beer with you, you put your fist just up on my ribs. You're like, I could break you.
I don't think it happened like that.
It does
I
happen
don't
like
think.
that.
What does? Is this a repetitive thing?
Yes, every time I go over your place, you come over to me super close.
Allegedly, don't believe this.
You come
man.
up to me and you just put your fist on my ribs, and you just like play like a zombie.
Wait,
I
how
could
did we
destroy
get?
you.
How did we get to Wade beating up YouTubers from sports?
Oh, because I'm watching. So, like, when it comes to athletes, right? Like,
Sports have
so-
big black men.
That's true. But
Yeah.
I've been thinking about age, right? So, like, once you get to like 32, 33, depending on what position you're out of the league, you're
Yeah.
retired. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, so Wade's almost a retired athlete.
What,
Damn,
you
that's
gunning
fucked
for me
up.
or something? You like got your timeline set
No,
up?
it's just nice to see.
Got a hit on you,
like,
right? He's like 2 years, motherfucker.
I'm
2
just
years.
like, it's just so nice. I'm like, the wall is getting softer. And
Oh,
I
so
will
you're,
strike.
you're waiting to beat Wade up.
I'm not
Yeah.
wait. I'm not. I'm
Trying to
not.
get that
I'm not
revenge.
saying that. I'm just like waiting for the day. He's like, I might lose that because there's no.
To who?
Hold
To
on,
you?
hold on.
No, not to me.
Oh, bro, I'm like, you tripping.
Do
to
you
the
honestly
YouTubers.
think with Wade's ego that he'll ever admit defeat?
Exactly, dude.
Bro,
It's not
okay.
happening.
You're
That's a
making me
dream.
out to be some tyrant.
Have you met you?
I have not met me.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much fucking spot on.
Okay, we're gonna go around here real quick. Justin, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
Not necessarily an athlete. What is one celebrity that you think could beat up Wade?
Ric Flair.
Go home. We don't need you here. We don't need this kind of energy, bro.
Shout out, Gio and me back show. Jeremy, is there anyone in your mind, any celebrity that you think could beat Wade's ass
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
easily?
I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
His fucking bicep is the size of Texas.
I mean, I don't even think I'd be able to hit him. Like, he's just such a nice guy.
Hmm.
Like, he'd have to do something off the wall and add a character for me to swing on him.
He
bro.
hit you with that elbow, that eyebrow, and
Yeah.
you would just be infatuated.
You challenging me?
Dude, it's so funny because I think if he did that now, like if he was popular now with the eyebrow, they'd be like, "Is he autistic?"
Yeah,
Like I think they would think he
Dude,
was autistic.
You
No,
need
this
contacts,
is
bro.
fucked up because I mean, like, we're talking about people that I don't know if I'd ever see them fight each other. Like, imagine Tom Hardy versus Dwayne the Rock Johnson. There's a difference in stature, but
Is that a fist fight or a jujitsu competition?
I think it's a full out
It's a street
It's a-
brawl.
anything
Street
that
brawl?
goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tom Hardy's got him.
See, again, we wouldn't know
Guys,
that.
Guys,
Elliot, who do you
Let's-
think could
no.
beat Wade's ass as a celebrity? Someone you've seen on a movie, maybe.
Oh, jeez. I mean,
bro, you talking about scripted bullshit?
Dude,
That's
right?
different.
Who's that guy who
What?
did the Ip Man?
Oh, yeah,
right?
Donnie
Like-
Yen.
That's Donnie Yen.
Yeah,
Dude,
Donnie Yen, that's the
shouts out
dude.
for knowing that,
Yeah.
my guy.
Bro, I'm the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Okay, hold on, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
You sing Ong Bak?
Of course
Oh,
I
yeah.
see
Oh,
Tony
right.
Jaa.
Dude.
Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa,
Yes. Hey,
Dude.
who's your favorite martial artist? I'll tell you mine.
My favorite artist is Donnie Yen.
All right, I'm a Michael Jai White guy.
I'm also a Donnie Yen guy. I
Yeah.
fucking
So-
love the Ip Man series and everything.
So White, he won Spawn, hands down. I can't touch that. But he podcasts a lot. He interviews a lot. He
Donnie Yen?
talks. No.
Michael Jai White.
Michael,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So White interviews a lot, and he's very like. I think at one point during one interview, he's like, "I could take Bruce Lee or something." Like, he said something crazy. I was like,
Okay,
I don't know, dude. Like,
bro. I hate to be the guy who brings size into the matter, but my guy has like 80 pounds on Lee, bro.
But-
Like
What you got
80,
here? What
90
you got here,
pounds.
Justin?
Shit,
but-
nothing now.
think
Yeah,
about
sorry.
think about hitting someone in their solar plex or hitting pinpoints. Like, one of my favorite things about the Tony Jaa movies and even the Ip Man, it shows size doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
They may get fucking rocked a couple times, and if they stay conscious, they will adapt. They'll use their speed and agility against him. And I'm not saying either one would win.
Is this
But,
the dude that was in the new Rocky movies?
You're thinking of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is Michael
yeah.
Jai White.
Yeah, so
Which, I mean, a big dude, and he hits fucking hard.
Not only that, but he actually competed. Like, there's footage of him actually competing. Like, he's not just he's not what's his name? He was a cop. I can't think of it. Aikido guy, Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
I don't even bring Steven Seagal into
Dude,
this.
Steven Seagal is a fucking animal. I mean, he's a different breed, right? He's like an animal that's like a koala, and they're like, that's a bear. Like, that's not a bear.
Yeah.
And then he flips you on the ground like, no, I'm a bear. Like,
I'm a bear, man.
yeah.
But real quick to clarify, the only reason Donnie Yen beats Tony Jaa, in my opinion, and not discrediting White at all, is because he's in the Star Wars universe. So
That's
one
true.
of my favorite martial artists is in Star Wars. So I got to give it to him.
What does he
But-
keep saying through it? It's like, the force is with me and I am not. He says something crazy like
so
that.
what's cool about his character?
Do you know what it is, Elliot?
Yeah, something like that. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Something weird like that, right?
But you know what's crazy? I've read into his backstory. He was never a Jedi. He just believes in the Force and never uses it, which to me is like one of the coolest fucking things ever. Like he respects the Force, understands that it exists, knows the balances, and never taps into it.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a fucking dad from Chicago that says, like, I could have been on the Bears.
No, he's a
No.
But dude, he's a
pro. Coach set me
he's
out.
he's a
Coach,
blind.
set me out, dude.
He's a blind monk. If anyone would need to use the Force, I'd feel like he would have more reason than any. And one, the fact that he acknowledges it, but two, doesn't use it and it never corrupted him. Like he's such a fucking dope dude.
You might be something under there.
Yep.
What'd
I
you
am
get?
one with the Force. The Force is with me.
I think
that's
to
what it
me,
is.
Love
it's
that.
more like this is the guy. So the Jedi, that's like a religious thing. So this guy believes in the existence of the Force.
He's
but
more
doesn't
spiritual
buy
than
into-
religious.
Yeah, the Jedi are like Westboro Baptists. That's
Whoa,
extreme.
Jesus. Dude,
Let's go, dude.
You know what I'm saying though?
Let's get
this is how you
canceled.
worship
Right,
the Force,
let's send
kind of
it.
thing. And he's just like, look, dude, the Force is a thing, and I believe in the Force. The Force is one with me, and whatever.
yeah.
It's he's not assigning to a specific religious sect. He just accepts the existence thereof.
Yeah, he's not an extremist. Okay, so do you have a favorite martial artist?
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Dude, he released a movie lately where he fights in a chair. Like he just sits down.
Wait,
the
are we
whole
talking
time.
like Jackie Chan style? or-
No. Pff, dude,
You,
you know
you
what's-
think Steven Seagal's doing Jackie Chan shit?
dude, you know it's so fucking
CGI,
funny.
man.
You bring that up. I
Look
watched,
at this man.
I watched Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3 yesterday.
Nice.
I love Jackie Chan.
Dude,
Jackie
he's the
Chan is
best.
like
Yeah.
you
Which
know,
was your favorite?
I love 1.
Two
Is that
two was
Steven
my
Seagal
shit.
with Putin?
2 increase. I mean, okay.
There probably is, yes.
Dude, tell Steven Seagal to stop this nuclear war from happening, please.
That's
Someone
funny.
get him on the phone.
Tell him you'll flip the nuclear weapon around.
Yeah.
So I'm
Do you
watching
really want me to flip this on you?
Dude, I'm watching Rush Hour 2, and 1, I think the production increase is great, but I could not, for the life of me, get past thinking this is just Mexican Sandra Bullock the entire time,
Dude,
and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this is so distracting.
he reminds me of like who's the guy from Taken?
Liam Neeson.
He's like
Neil?
he's like a Mexican
Liam
Liam
Armstrong.
Neeson. He's like a Mexican Liam, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like he really is. But like not apparently Liam Neeson pisses his pants just cuz.
Oh, really?
Have you
Well, I
heard?
mean, dude, he's 70.
Why
He's
not?
70?
Dude, he's old.
Fact check. Fact check.
It's
fact
crazy.
check.
Working on it.
It's crazy.
I was like, Jess is like, I have to know
He
this.
is
Actually,
70.
He is. It's crazy to me that
Damn.
once you reach a certain age, you can literally get away with anything.
It's like, I have a special
Right.
set of skills.
Bro, I
And
pissed
it's-
my pants today.
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah, he's like,
Dude, okay, I gotta
I
ask.
I can't beat that. I've got a special set of skills. I pissed my pants.
I pissed my
I
pants.
never have to get to a urinal.
Dries in 20 minutes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Dude, question for you. Did you see that one of the Paul brothers is next month here? Or is it this month? But he's fighting fucking Anderson
Silva,
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they're just boxing.
I did see that.
I
which
think,
is bullshit in my opinion.
I just think that, like, first of all, Paul brothers, they're good boxers. Just get over the fact they are good boxers.
Yeah.
Now, he is going to go fight in old martial art, like mixed martial artist.
But there's a asterisk of one of the greatest martial
Yeah.
artists that have ever blessed the sport.
That's true.
But had some weed and cocaine problems.
Okay.
Which
Allegedly.
to me,
Is it a problem?
no, what I'm saying is, to me, makes him even deadlier. This dude's coming in, coked out, high as fuck. Plus being a champion, dude, he's gonna get fucking rocked.
Dude, Paul's got this crazy center of, like, he's got this crazy center of gravity. Now, Silva has like these, like he's a mixed martial artist. Like, do you think he can go out here and box this guy? That's what I'm wondering.
Dude, so this
Absolutely.
is exactly what's gonna happen. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Paul's gonna get all cocky because he knows that there's a reach with him, but he's bigger. So he's gonna come in close and trying to, break that distance. Silva's gonna do one of those things where he just like comes in for the left and just like he has these weird things because he's so long, he'll jab you with the left and you don't see it coming, and eventually you're just like, oh my god, like I've watched him fight so many times, and he's had some great KOs, but dude, the fact that he can have his arms down and fucking hit you before you hit him.
That whiplash effect.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah,
He's a freak.
So with his age, the only thing that's really going to decline is
Stamina.
Stamina. You got stamina, certain cognitive functions, reaction time, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're talking muscle memory, bro. This man is a renowned striker. Renowned striker. I give the Paul brothers their credit, and mostly only because they put in the actual work. They're not just out here like, you got KSI. He did some training, but it was like camera training. You know what I mean?
That was publicity.
Yeah.
So tell me this. UFC is the most sports I watch. I don't even know anything about boxing. Can you spinning back fist someone? No.
You cannot.
That's just it. So like you're taking out so much style.
Not with the elbow. With the
doesn't
fist.
matter. Like, no, you're taking out so much style from the sport of boxing. That's just it. I don't really know if Silva can box. That's just it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if he can box.
Well, Justin, can you try and look up some, see if he had some training videos for this fight, some prep?
Well, yeah, either training videos or just YouTube Anderson Silva stand-up striking. I've seen him stand up with people, and again, it's not necessarily his power. It's not his like he's not southpaw. Like it's not nothing like, oh yeah, that's dangerous, dude. His fucking reach is
77
crazy.
inches.
And
Sorry?
his speed.
His reach it's 77 inches.
Holy shit.
He's got a
That's pretty big.
3-inch reach advantage over Jake Paul right now.
I mean, I hope it helps. This is the thing.
3
is that
inches, dude.
Jake Paul has this, like, he has the center of gravity. Like, when you get hit by Jake Paul, you are getting fucking smacked. Like, you are getting hit hard. Like, and that's going to affect how everything goes. Now, if Anderson Silva can avoid those big blows, which in a boxing match, I don't know how many he can avoid. This isn't an octagon. There's no other, like, option to block with your leg, throw a kick out there, do some jiu-jitsu. Like, there's no other option. Like, you have to stand up and throw fists with this guy. I don't know how this is going to go.
Well, you have to
according to this, Anderson Silva's boxing record right now is he's 3-1 with 2 confirmed knockouts.
Nice. Yeah, one thing you got to also keep in mind, I don't know what the size of the gloves in the UFC are. I believe they're 6 ounces, 8 ounces.
I thought they're 8 ounces.
Yeah, but in boxing, they're heavier. I believe they're 12 ounces.
So you can get hit more.
So there's more cushion.
Less damage. But again, I think the vital thing here is going to be not his power. It's when Jake comes in and Silva, his long ass leg, steps to the side, jabs him.
Yeah, very reactive.
He comes back in with another haymaker, steps to the side, body shot. Like that's it. I think he's going to be, Jake's going to be expecting him trying to go for the kill. I think Silva's going to know as an MMA UFC champion, dude, he's going to just wear him the fuck out. So he's going to fucking kidney shot. He's going to go for the solar plex. Like,
what you got, Justin?
UFC gloves vary from 4 to 6 ounces. Most professional fighters using 4-ounce gloves, whereas amateurs are using 6 ounce.
Makes sense.
And then if we go over to boxing real quick.
That must make a...
Boxing gloves are anywhere from 12 to 16 ounces.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
So it's about,
a huge difference.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's anywhere between 2 to almost 3 times less impact compared to getting hit in the fucking face by some sparring gloves or whatever. Because they could be training with the UFC standard of 6, but dude, if they're using 4 compared to 16. That's
Yeah,
It's four times.
I think the biggest thing here, though, is like, I don't think that we should be expecting Anderson to come in and be throwing bombs, but he's way better of a tactician. He's going to hit cleaner strikes.
that's true.
Yeah, he's way more experienced.
That experience is going to show. It's
Yeah,
gonna shine through.
he's not going to come out just blowing fucking straight to his dome.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking fighter or anything like that, but I want to see what's gonna happen. Like, this is wild.
Yeah, and dude, have you seen? And again, this is from like my outside casual view. Logan Paul called out Patty the Batty,
Oh,
and
dude.
he's an up and coming.
Dude, that guy's an animal.
murderer.
That guy's an
Murderer, dude,
animal, bro.
from fucking Liverpool. And I'm like, dude,
That's a
you don't want to fucking, and he wants to wrestle him. He doesn't want to box him.
bro.
And Patty has a literal like Olympic gold wrestler who he trains with every day in his gym.
I just don't get why these Paul brothers. I mean,
It's publicity, dude.
It's a money grab, bro.
It's all money grab and publicity. But
Yeah.
I'm like, hop in an octagon. Just do it once, please. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're bringing like.
But they know they would lose, and then it lose the momentum behind like, dude, they keep winning until they lose, and there's a rematch. They're gonna call out everyone because you know what? It makes more people want to tune in for the next thing.
Right.
And I think this is simply him trying to get more views on the Silva fight. And when he loses, which dude, I'm not a betting man, but I would bet that he gets his fucking ass kicked.
So your money's on Silva.
Oh, yeah. There's, again, Logan can hit him with as many haymakers as he wants. Silva not only has tactician, but he has durability.
Okay.
He's been hit a lot.
So we got Silva for Guyver.
I'll take Silva.
Silva.
Yeah.
Justin.
I mean, my money's on Silva.
I love it. Jeremy.
God, I want to just say Paul.
Your mic's cutting out, but I love it. You said Paul.
Paul.
Love it.
Yeah, you said Paul. Elliot, I know you know nothing about this, but
But I get what you're saying, that the Silva's got the experience. He's been hit a lot. He knows how to handle a fight. And I'd put money on him.
Dude, he's used to getting head kicked.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it happens every time, but dude, he's gotten elbows to the face,
Yep.
knees to the chest. Like boxing it's a different game. I'm not taking anything away
it
from
is.
that. But it's the reason why the Paul brothers don't jump in the octagon.
Right.
But
These kids
I
are
do wanna
used to
say-
getting back elbowed in the fucking jaw.
I do want to say this though: is if you look at who the Paul brothers are picking to fight, when it comes to actual fighters, they're picking guys that have been retired for a while. All right. When do you think the last time Silva was doing really rigorous training to get ready for a fight leading up until now? You
When
know,
he got
true.
the paperwork.
that takes effect into some shit, you know?
Yeah, no, that's valid, but I also think that takes nothing away from like it'd be different if, Joe Schmo was like, all right, guys, we're going to run some miles today. We'll hit the bag, spar. But Silva, knowing that one, he's going to bet on himself. He's trying to make money. He's going to make money regardless. And he doesn't want to look dumb. His first time fighting out of retirement, he loses to a fucking YouTuber. This guy, I promise you, is going. He may train harder for this, knowing he's not getting tested as heavily as the UFC than he's ever fought before.
Yes, but something to look at though is like we were talking earlier about how as your age gets up with these athletes, like their body starts breaking down faster.
Dude, but all these
Anderson-
athletes
and-
are on testosterone replacement.
Yeah.
Like that's just
But Anderson Silva being at 47 years old, okay? He's almost 50. But
Oh,
he
man, I
hasn't,
would
he
not be
hasn't,
fighting young
he
kids.
hasn't been maintaining
Not built
his
the same, bro.
regiment to fucking like keep up with everything. His body's been taking damage for years, and now he's just been sitting around for the past few years, relaxing, not really worrying about shit.
Yeah.
Then he has to kick it in and like start training.
Yeah,
Your
no,
body
that's
feels
valid.
that.
I-
Your
I-
body
that's
feels
valid.
that
I
big
think
time.
I think I'm gonna go with Jeremy on this one. I'm gonna go not that I want it to happen. Of course, I want Silva to win, but I think this is gonna be a Paul fight. I really do. And dude, guy's fucking jacked. The guy's training every fucking day. And if the guy isn't on TRT, if he gets a taste of it, dude. Like-
it's like, okay, Anderson Silva, one of the greatest fighters
The spider.
known, like in history, bro. Why? Like, what is the next step? If you win, what is the next step? Who the fuck are you gonna fight?
I think you just go back into
I
retirement.
don't even know why you're still fighting. That's my biggest
no,
thing.
not Anderson. I'm speaking on the on
Oh,
Paul.
the Paul.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he lost to Mayweather, right?
But I mean, I
What?
watched that fight, dude. It was the definition of like pulling punches.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I know Mayweather bet on himself. I know he made a bunch of money off of it, but I know that there must have been something to be like, dude, Mayweather has murdered people way better, done it way longer, who were similar in size, if not even harder to hit, and he didn't get knocked out. That's crazy.
Well, Mayweather doesn't like to get hit. He's
no,
smart.
no. But
Yeah, he
Logan didn't
tires
get
everybody
knocked
out.
out.
Fights for points.
All right. Totally off subject. I'm going to leave you guys with this subject while I take a piss. We got some new Dragon Ball Z movies coming out.
Yeah,
We got some new Dragon Ball Z movies that have come out. Who has seen them?
I have.
I haven't. Only because the time they only did one showing per theater in my area,
I'm
and
going to
I couldn't make it.
leave this with the guy that has seen it. Wade?
I left work early to make all of them.
Mhm.
I was
So-
not.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The only one that's been out is the new Gohan movie, correct?
Yeah, the
Superhero.
superhero.
Yes. Okay. So,
I would argue it was a Piccolo movie. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
Gohan's always
have
been a
you not
Piccolo
seen
movie.
that one?
No, I've never
Okay,
seen
I don't
it.
want to drop too much.
Yeah,
on you.
don't spoil it. But I will say this: there's an understanding that I have with a lot of the criticism behind the movie because it is half 2D, half 3D.
3D.
So it's mostly 3D animated, but similar to Arcane, the League of Legends show,
Mhm.
they 2D some of the effects in the background, and but it's very limited. It's a 3D movie. This is the first 3D animated DBZ movie we have ever had. Did it take anything away for you for just the authenticity, the action scenes, watching the characters move? Did it feel like a video game to you? Like a
It
cutscene?
felt like a cutscene in some aspects. I will say that while it didn't improve, it definitely didn't hinder it.
Okay.
You know, I watched like Kingdom, for instance.
Okay.
Too much CGI, bro.
Yeah. Well,
Destroys it for me.
so this is my my firm stance on 3D animation. If you have an army soldier fight scene, vehicles, spaceships, you use it all you want, man. Do you? But when it comes to people, when it comes to action, buildings, plants, there's no fucking excuse. It's money. That's
Draw
it.
the
That's,
shit,
That's
bro.
what it comes down to.
Draw it.
It's money. It's the easily availability of being able to render in 3D compared to having like a team of fucking animators hand drawing, which I get. But my favorite DBZ movie of all time is the Cooler movie.
Bro,
And
that
you-
soundtrack.
Didn't I see that with you?
Ooh, yeah, that soundtrack was so hot.
Dude, that movie, from the actual music, the intro, the storyline, seeing all these characters, thinking like, oh, this is the big bad, and he's got an older brother.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Let's ruin everyone's day.
Here's my thing, real quick, before you get to that. Talking about the animation of the new movie is just as a DBZ fan. In my opinion, I think you start that movie off and you're like, okay, it looks a little weird, but when shit starts popping off, that's the farthest thing from your fucking mind. Because
really.
the crazy shit that's going down and like the things that are happening in the fight sequences, you're just so enveloped in what's going on in the fucking movie that who
Yeah.
cares what the fuck it looks like? You're watching, Gohan beat somebody's ass.
Yeah, which I mean, I think is the general public opinion. We've been waiting 20 fucking years
Right.
to see because I've seen the fucking YouTube videos. I've read the Reddit post. Gohan was supposed to be the new Goku. He was supposed to continue the series. It wasn't
Mhm.
supposed to be Goku coming back again, Goku in a different dimension, Goku in a different timeline. It's supposed to be the story of Gohan and trying to be a father, a real father, and
Shouts out to Piccolo.
and teaching what Piccolo not only
Uncle B was Piccolo.
what Piccolo like installed in him, but knowing what it was like to have a father who only cared about fighting. So finding that balance, like almost the reluctant hero story. And the next thing we see is Super Saiyan Man. Like, okay, one, you're doing exactly what your father did, but worse. You're not even protecting the planet. You're fighting fucking street thugs. So this movie to me, hopefully, and again, no spoilers, but I hope this gives a good like send off if we never see it again to like, hey, Gohan will always be a fucking badass. And it's just taking a little time to get there.
Justin,
Mm-hmm.
please look up, and I don't know if this is real yet, but I think it is. Look up the Disney Plus Dragon Ball.
What?
No. Stop.
What?
Stop.
Are you guys ready to fucking hate your
Stop.
lives?
Dude, please don't
Don't do
ruin
that to
my
me, bro.
day.
Bro, we're
Don't
gonna
do that
peek
to
at this
me.
and then we will change the subject, but you have to see what this image looks like because you are gonna be upset. And guess what? I know in your deepest of hearts, you're like, I'm still gonna check it out.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ready, Silva?
Oh, I'm ready. I've already seen it.
Let's do this shit.
It's fake.
Oh, thank
God.
God.
Good.
Thank God.
Oh.
Dude, thank God it is fake. Could you bring up the fake one that I saw?
I absolutely can, though. They have the image of it right here.
Dude, it freaked me out. I thought this was absolutely real because I saw it going around everywhere. I thought this was real for sure.
Okay, so speaking about real stuff, just what the fuck?
Wouldn't that have pissed you off?
Fuck no. The fuck no.
Hell no, dude. There's no way.
Stop.
There's no fucking way.
Dude, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Horrific.
So like, and this is why like 3D animation just doesn't lend to this kind of storytelling. I don't care how great your animation team is. It's really hard to depict killing your own grandfather because you lost control of your power and it not look like a Pixar movie.
Right.
It not looking like a cutscene from a video game, which we've all seen. Like, that's what I expect from a new DBZ movie. Is I've been playing video games for fucking 25 years. Show me something that we haven't seen before. And even with Dragon Ball Super, it's like this is just a kind of worse version of the Cell tournament. Like, I want something new. I want to see.
Whoa.
So if
Worse, there are parts that need to be acknowledged, bro. Hey,
I mean, yeah, you have gods of destruction on the sidelines.
bro, fuck
but
them. Jiren. This man Jiren.
Listen, you're gonna have to save this for nerdy news with fucking Cash and fucking Rhodey. You are gonna have to save it because I'm gonna change the subject here soon.
Okay.
But there's the one thing that I had to just come out and say with anything new, any new animation or a story like that has been around since we were kids, especially Star Wars being one of them, is that these companies are trying to make things for kids, right? And here we are, like, whether it be Marvel or whatever, and we're 30 years old and we're like, that fucking sucks. Well, it's not meant to entertain us that much anymore. It's meant to entertain your kids so you guys can have a relationship on things that you guys have in common.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes, the new Star Wars
Yes.
movies sucks. My son fucking loved it or something like that. You know what I mean? So now we like Star Wars together. Fucking cool. And if when crazy weird animation that we don't like comes out for like a DBZ, you know, like of course we weren't blessed. If I would have saw the 3D animation in Dragon Ball when I was fucking 11 years old, I would have thought it was the coolest shit ever.
yeah,
I think it's lame now.
Yeah.
But like that's
okay,
just the way it
also
is.
with that being said, though, like just look at anime as a whole and how the art progresses throughout the years. I mean, there's distinct milestones of like what it looked like in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, what it looks like now. This
Yeah.
is just that next thing, you know. Once they get a better grasp on like 3D animation and how that works as a whole, it's gonna look phenomenal.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're in a transitional phase, and
Mm-hmm.
you know why I believe that it's coming very soon. I got two things to say. One, talking exactly about having the characters or series or franchises from a childhood to now, when they reboot or they spin off, they are trying to cater more towards kids. But you can easily do that while still retaining the original audience. But talking about the transition in like the new digital media and how to correctly do 3D animation, has anyone seen Arcane, the League of Legends show on Netflix?
I heard it was
Not
really
all
good.
the way through.
I heard it was
I've
really
seen
good.
Okay. So I talked about it a little bit before when you were in the restroom. They have all 3D animation for like the character design, the background, stuff like that. But when there are action scenes, they render in the background 2D effects. So like when someone gets punched, the smoke or the steam or wind is hand drawn. So I think the best thing is like, yeah, it's so much easier and cheaper to do 3D, but that means you can have a smaller team dedicated solely to effects. So you're not doing whole landscapes, you're not doing whole character interactions. You're just focusing on those the most important things.
Right.
Action,
Yeah.
seeing like effects or things that need to be like, oh,
Yep.
that looks
Yeah.
fucking cool.
But with that being said, Guyver, if you're still doing these things, how are you supposed to press the envelope and further those advances if you don't take those chances?
I think that's just going to take time.
Can I take that one?
Yeah,
actually?
yeah, go for it.
I think the most important thing when it comes down to it is they have to listen to their fan base. Like we know what the fuck we're talking about, and we're not an audience that you can just try to get money out of. We'll call that shit out.
You can't bullshit us.
Yeah, you can't fuck with us, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you also don't know what your audience is going to say until it's out.
Yeah,
True.
But I mean,
True. I mean, we do the same thing with music, you know?
yeah, but I mean, again, you're talking about a major corporation, millions of dollars, and we're seeing.
A little more. Sorry, I'm fat.
I'm sorry. It's a tight space in here.
If I'm trying to find the next Marvel Cinematic Universe, if I'm trying to dictate, hey, how do I get this franchise to go for 10 years plus? I release teasers. I release little animated shorts. So take for instance, League of Legends. It's a built-in game that already makes millions of dollars just by itself. So instead of releasing the whole series about these two, characters that happen to have others that join, if you want to find out like who responds the best to what, you release an animated origin short for a well-known hero, champion, legend, and you see, okay, here's straight 3D, here's a combination of both, here's straight 2D, and you see one who likes what, but two, you also get an experience of like, hey, maybe it can be all three. Like I've seen, I think that it's a Batman movie on HBO Max. They tell like,
Is it the Ninja Batman?
it's a different one. I forget what it's called. I think it's Gotham Knight or whatever, but they have 4 different kids tell 4 different stories of their interaction with Batman, and each one is a different art style and a different interpretation of what he
Kind of like
looks
the Animatrix and shit like that.
Yeah, so they like one he's a robot, another one he's a shadow, another one he's like a ninja, and then the other one he's just like a man. And that's an easy way to test your audience. Hey, which one did you like most? Maybe kind of lean into that. But trust, I understand.
Yeah.
You won't know until you release it.
Right.
You know?
Let's change the subject a little bit
Okay.
because we've been fucking talking about some really dumb gay shit for a while now.
You started it.
I know. No, I want to talk to you since you're here right now. Wade's in the bathroom, but just touch on it real quick. Talk about some music, bro. I always music. I always know you're working on shit. I don't like that. That's a whole nother conversation that we'll have on another day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about performing wise.
Mhm.
Like, what have you been performing lately?
No, I haven't performed since the
didn't
show
hear
that we
anything.
had here. And since then, I've not even like reached out, attempted, like
You've been on a little bit of a hiatus. A little bit.
I'm just kind of like stuck in this weird spot where I want to approach bookers and promoters with like a digital one sheet. Here's my new music video. Here's my new EP. Here's a photo shoot, cover art. But I'm still in the process. Like my cover art's done. It's taken a year to get, which I did not plan on. My music is recorded, but it's not mastered yet. So I'm still waiting on that. And I'm trying to budget out for videos. So it's me waiting for budget. It's my engineer waiting to master, and my artist that I've already paid finishing my cover art. And then once that's all done, I'll do a little photo shoot just to let people know, like, kind of like what I what I look like and stuff. But because I don't have that, I feel like I don't deserve to ask for stage time. If there's an open mic, a homie throwing a show, open space at a like a showcase, I'll totally hop on. But right now, one, I'm waiting for my newest stuff to get finished, And 2, I'm working on some new things that I'm like, yo, until this is done, I don't even want to touch a stage.
I feel like I've seen you perform many times now, and I've heard a lot of your stuff. I've seen your music videos. Like everything that you do absolutely all in. Like when it's done, it's done. And you went on this period of like putting things out, you know, really killing it. And the fact that you're waiting to drop something now, like you're taking your time with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you drop is gonna be fucking great. I'm really excited for it. I can't wait.
Dude, people, it's so crazy. Like people are waiting and I'm waiting. So like that's just already enough to be like, can't wait, dude. Can't wait to show everyone. And I'll email people. I'll send them rough tracks and stuff. But two things happened. One, I was talking to the homie earlier, and he was telling me that he's been checking my Spotify, see if I have anything new, and I don't. But I'm like, it's coming. And then 2, yesterday I went to the fair, and as I was walking the street, like to go buy my ticket, some random car. I wish I could recognize who it was, but there was 3 people in the back seat. They're like, "Yo, Guyver, what's up, dude?" Like they're shouting at me in traffic. I'm like, dude, people are waiting. So I cannot wait to show everyone what I've been fucking working on, dude.
I gotta ask you this because me, Wade, and a few other guys, like, we keep heaving the shit. You have tried stand-up comedy before.
Yeah, I've performed probably 8 to 10 times.
Wow.
I've been on a don't look it up, but I've been on a well-known open mic podcast, like a live podcast, where they pull names from a hat.
Oh, I know
and
what
then
you're
they
talking about.
and they come on stage.
You have not been on Kill Tony.
I've been
Yeah.
on Kill Tony.
Kill Tony.
With-
Oh my God.
I've been on Kill Tony with
That's what's up. He just put me onto that actually.
yeah. So I was on Kill Tony with Doug Benson, Tony Hinchcliffe, and
way.
and Red Band, and I was 8 kilt lifters deep. Second time ever stepping on stage, but I've been following that podcast for 5 years. I went to California just to watch the podcast, and I didn't get on then, but I went to California just to see it. Then they came to Phoenix, put my name in a hat. They fucking called me. I was the last guy, and it did not go well, dude. I bombed so hard. I was so drunk, but I also had nothing like I knew was gonna work. But after that, it really made me like, if I'm gonna go on stage, I need to write more. And so I only went on about 10 more times, but COVID happened. My job schedule didn't allow it. But
Right.
it was very similar to music. Like you just kind of get a theme and you're like, okay, well, what's funny about this? And then you write a bunch of different concepts and you pick the best one. But
Would this happen to have been in May in 2019?
yes.
Dum, dum,
Yeah, no, I'm
dum.
on the internet. Jeremiah Watkins tried to put his dick in my ear.
Episode 355, guys.
Like for real.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm on.
Do you have a thumbnail for it that you can bring up, like just for us
Did you
to
let
look
him?
No, I didn't. And the only
Okay.
reason why is because I was so drunk. They were asking, what would it take for us to put my dick through your ear? And I wanted in my heart of hearts to say, promote my music or let me rap for you guys. But I was so drunk, I knew that if they asked me, I wouldn't have
at?
been
Oh,
able
dude,
to
if you
do
were
it.
sober, you would have murdered.
Oh, dude.
You would have murdered some rap at least.
I didn't think I'd get on, but I did, dude, and it's so fucked up. I got on stage, bombed, and it was in front of not only my girlfriend but my my stepsister and a producer that I respect highly.
I have to ask you because as a musician, so I love comedy. And, me and Wade were like, oh, maybe we could write little bits for each other. Listen, we are not saying that we are going to hop on stage anytime soon. We're
Yeah.
not saying that.
That's exactly what we're saying.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But like, oh, maybe we could, like help each other write bits and whatever. And like, we're kind of writing some funny stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say his name, but a good friend of mine that I play music with, it's not Elliot Diggs. It's not Elliot.
It's
Are you
Elliot.
sure?
It's Elliot.
I know,
Are you sure about that?
Okay, first of all, if it is you, I'm going to make fun of you. But it's not you. But a musician that I know very well, he was like, I think I could get up there and do it. I think I could get up there and do it. And I was telling him, after watching so many Kill Tonys, I'm like, this is the thing about me and you, buddy, is that we are really comfortable with being on stage, which is awesome. Like that's something we got going for us for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
We have no idea how to write comedy, and then when we watch these Kill Tonys, like we know people that actually really know how to write comedy, but don't know how to be on stage, right?
Yep.
So like when I think about comedy, I'm like, because I'm not afraid of being on stage with a band I don't fucking know. Like if I don't know the fucking chords, material, whatever,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in and I'm not scared at all. The fact that I get like just the thought, I've never been on stage doing comedy, and I don't know how to do any of it.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming to be a comic. I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
you're
it.
not funny.
No, I'm not funny at
Like
all.
at all.
No. So I think about it. I'm like, so to get on stage, no guitar, no band, no one. You know what I mean? And just to go up there and like, I'm actually not looking for applause. I'm looking for laughter. And I don't know, like I have a whole song to do it, right? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes if
Yeah.
I'm lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a whole punk rock song to do it. And I have no instruments. I'm like, that is fucking frightening. That is so scary.
You know what you got to do? Go up there and do your bit to a metronome. You'll be all right.
I don't know any bit. That's just it. Like,
Yeah.
well, so what's funny about my life? You know what I mean? Blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like that's like,
Well, dude, the thing that made so I did not enter this like, hey, I think I should get on stage. Like I think I'm a funny guy. It was all Bubba who wanted to do it. We listened to Kill Tony together.
shout out Bubba Co.
We honestly like I always say this when people ask like, hey, what are you into? Like what's your passion? It's not music, dude. It's comedy. I listen to comedy podcasts, stand up, movies, TV shows, more comedy than anything. I listen to comedy more than I play video games. I listen to comedy more than I write music, more than I perform. I'm in love with comedy. I just love it. It's so funny. It's Shakespearean, it's depressing, it's funny, it's uplifting, it's it's there in the darkest times, and it's available in the best of times.
Dude,
But,
and to write off your coattails a little bit, like your boy Bubba,
Yeah.
you know, as musicians, like when you see like musicians grinding, like, dude, these guys are on a show like every weekend.
Yeah.
It's not like, maybe it's just 'cause I play music, but I'm like that. Well, like the fact that we did well at our first one, like it wasn't too hard to grab 3 more shows or whatever.
yeah.
But like
No,
when I
it's a-
see
it's a fucking
Bubba,
grind,
he's
dude.
like when I see Bubba McComb, like he's booked through the entire month. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
And that's not easy, dude. That's a fucking shout out directly to
Dude,
Bubs.
shout the fuck
Like,
out.
Bubs is the reason. One, like we're best friends until we die. I met him skateboarding at a church, and we ended up finding out we went to the same school. And I mean, dude, I lived at his house. We skated together. First time I ever got drunk was with him. First time I ever did psychedelics with him. First time I did pretty much anything was with him.
What did
And,
you guys take?
We took mushrooms. We
Noise.
took mushrooms and some lime juice, and we watched Adventure Time, and then we hung out with gnats for like 3 hours, like gnats in the yard. We were just like watching them.
You mean like the bugs?
Yeah, like the bugs. They were.
That was a little.
Yeah, no, there was like some stagnant water or something, and we were watching these gnats like they were little fairies, dude. And then we just like listened to a bunch of hip hop. And okay, so I'll tell you this one story before I get back into to comedy. But my first time ever on psychedelics, I'm on mushrooms. I already did my bathroom trip, so I went, stared at the wall,
Look
stared
yourself in the mirror a
stared
little
at
bit.
my face. I was like,
Everything everyone told you not to do.
exactly. So
I
got
did the
that-
same thing.
I got that over with, and this like kind of adds a little bit of intensity. But he lived with a cop at the time, and she didn't even like us smoking weed at the house. He was just a roommate, and the owner of the house was a cop. So we're on mushrooms. I just got out my bathroom trip, and I go into his room, and we're listening to music, and it's just inexperience and not knowing how intense it can get. He agreed to sell some of the mushrooms we didn't take to someone else. So like in the middle of the trip, not at the peak, but like not on the come down, like at the one of the highest I've ever been. He's like, I got to go to the gas station so they can get money out, and I'll fucking be back. So he leaves. I mean, I may have listened to one song, one complete track. It felt like 8 hours by myself alone, tripping in his room in a cop's house. And I'm just hyper aware. listening to music that I've never heard before. So I'm like on a journey, and I've told him this so many times, and it's just like I cannot explain it. I feel like it didn't even happen, but I know it did. I'm listening to the music, and in my mind, almost like if you had like earbuds in, or like someone was communicating to you telepathically. I heard
Those are different things, but go for it. Keep going.
it was in my head. I didn't
Okay.
I didn't
like you
hear
were
it.
a spy. You were like, hello.
Yeah, no, I
that's-
didn't hear it like on a speaker or on the TV. It wasn't the song, for sure. Like, I've listened to the song. That's how crazy this was. I'm watching the music video, and I hear the sound of records scratching, like exact, and he walks through the door, and I'm like, yo,
Oh my God.
that's me, dude.
Dude, that's you on Kill Tony.
I'm
I've
on
been
Kill
searching
Tony,
through
dude.
episodes for so long.
Yeah, no, it was in Phoenix with Doug
way,
Benson.
dude.
He may have come a couple times. But yeah, dude, so I had this like super telekinetic psychedelic experience my first time, and I can't explain it. There's no way that sound was out. Like, it was in my head, and I felt him come through the door before he opened the door, like as he was approaching, and I didn't see him, I didn't hear him, I didn't get a text. I just heard the and then he opened it, and I'm like, dude,
Communication.
I felt you come
Fourth
in,
dimension.
man. And I was like, yeah. But no, so Bubs is the
Dude,
best.
Bubs, I gotta ask you, Wade. So you have been on stage with Rundown for a song you wrote. That is fucking like we play. Take a Shot from Me is something that you wrote, and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And so like
Dude,
and I'm like, give it like
you just won't let that die.
no, I won't let that die because
I
like
don't
you
know,
wrote.
I'm gonna leave it here.
I'm gonna leave it here. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to be on it. We fucking took your song, we recorded it, you're on it, and then when we play it live, you do come up and sing this song with us. It's a lot of fun. So
is.
I gotta ask you, like after, because you've been on stage a handful of times with me now. You have been. Do you think that you like after being up there with a full band and whatever that you could go up there and just talk and make people laugh? Do you really think you could do it? I mean, you can say no, but like, do you think?
I think that my biggest obstacle is going to be that I'm situationally funny. Like things are set
Same.
set in motion, and my reactions and my responses are very swift, very witty.
Someone
And I
has to
think
set you
that's
up.
what makes me funny. Yeah,
Same, dude. I
So
feel like
it-
people set me up and I say something fucking stupid,
yeah.
and then like they're
It's-
like, "That's
yeah.
funny. You're funny." I'm like, "Well, you set me up to be funny."
You don't tell them that. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
funny.
So
funny.
to me,
I wouldn't tell them that. Yeah, but
it's like how I would never say like, hey, I'm a funny dude. But reactional, you say something and I riff off that, or you say something dumb and I correct you. Like, yeah, I could be funny, but I'm not on the spot funny. But what helped, and this is the other point I wanted to make, was he talked about going on stage in front of a sea of random people, no band, no instrument, you're just there by yourself. I do that all the time, rapping. And so that was not the hard part. The hard part was like telling people things that I know to me are funny, but I don't know if you're gonna fucking think this is. And I remember the first joke I ever wrote. It was about how I've been on a new diet, and I tried to do it in the Kill Tony set, but I was so drunk. I had a notepad with me. I was ready to go.
I see a lot of people do that.
But again, I just got too fucked up. It said like I've been on a diet. It's telling people that I'm on a new diet, and that like kind of got something at the couple open mics. And when that didn't work, I just
Dude, the most bit that I have right now, which I don't even know how to write it yet, but I just think it's a funny situation because punk rockers, like, I'm in punk rock bands, and, they're always like, oh, cops are bastards, like, fuck the police. We can police ourselves. And I'm like, we can police ourselves, right? So I just think about it. I'm like, all right. So what if fucking Elliot Diggs is out on patrol? And there is a hostage situation. Like, who does he call? Like, there's a hostage here. Call in the asswipe junkies. Like, we're going to call in the asswipe junkies to fucking help. There's a school shooting. Call in the bulletproof backpacks. Like, I just kept thinking of band names.
That's funny.
I was like,
SWAT teams. Is
yeah,
fucking
I'm like,
bands.
there's no way in fuck we could police ourselves. Like, there's no way. Because no one would ever get a DUI.
Ever.
No one would ever get a DUI.
We got a drunken disorderly. Call, we might be wasted. And they'd be like, cheers, bro. Let's drink to that.
Yeah. Well, they'd be like, cheers, fool. Like,
That's fucking funny.
do you think you could do it though, Wade? Do you think you could fucking confidently go up there after like experiencing some stage for, not really being experienced on it?
Fully like 100% confident, maybe not, but I think that I could make up for it in other traits that I have. Like, I don't know. I'm really good at just ignoring being uncomfortable.
That's a magic trait that you do have.
That's a good fucking skill to have.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is seeing their reaction and not getting what you want and being like, how do I go from here? So again, I only did like 10 sets, but I did open mics at bars, comedy venues. I performed on Kill Tony.
Those are fantastic accolades, by the way. Like,
thank you.
10 shows.
Oh, dude,
That's
it's so nuts. And it's more like as a fan thing. Like I knew, dude, my girlfriend still makes fun of me for it. Like it was a horrible set, but as a fan of a podcast that started off of another podcast that I heard that turned into a well-oiled machine that they have the greatest stand-up at the time comedians on, I was on that podcast. Like I'm on the video, dude. I'm on an episode. And I don't care how dumb I sound. I lived a dream that night. Doug Benson made fun of me. Like I hated it, but I love it now because in the moment it was so uncomfortable. But knowing like, dude, I follow this. It's like hearing a garage band perform at, a big stadium.
Absolutely.
And you're like, I remember I saw these dudes in a basement and now they're doing this crazy shit, dude. And I got, and that's the thing. It's not like I signed up 6 months ahead of time. I just wrote my name down and they fucking called me up, dude. And it was so surreal. And I would never take it back, but it was one of the most, if not one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I just felt everyone was laughing at me, not laughing with me.
Hold on, time out. Why the fuck are you staring at me?
You just look like you have something to say.
I'm intrigued. I'm listening to
I
the
know
man.
you look intrigued, dude. Like you look stoked. Like you look super stoked out.
I fucked up.
You're a man of challenges. You're a man of challenges, and you see a
Yeah.
challenge ahead of you.
Yeah. And I hear more and more like, oh, you got to fuck up. You got to bomb. Like people tell me stories about when they bomb. And it actually kind of gives me confidence because I'm like, okay, they don't care,
Yeah, no,
it just comes with the territory,
You have to bomb. So where I fucked up was my first set killed. But they like in the crowd was like Bubba's family, my friends.
People that can maybe relate to you just a little bit more.
Well, just like so
People that already find you funny.
and see, that's the other thing. I didn't realize that people thought I was funny. So I was talking to my stepsister, and it was after that set where I'm like, I fucked up. I felt stupid, but I had a good time. And she's like, dude, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I don't know, man. I didn't think I was gonna do good, but at the same time, I know I'm not funny. So I thought that I wrote enough funny stuff to make up for that. And she's like, dude, you're a funny guy. And I think it's all reactive. Like, yeah, I'll shit on people. I'll make fun of people. I'll riff, but I can't just be like, there was this dog, and its name was Shy, and then I go and I kill. Like that was not happening. But the first time I performed, it was with people like I went to high school with, or their parents were there, and I remember the opening line, my first line, and it's on film. Bubs may have it, but I think I said like, I'm sorry guys, I just showered. I just got here. I look like all the girls in high school that look like they just got out the shower. And for some reason, like the entire room blew up. And so after that, I was just like, hey, well, what do you think about people with 4 kids? Like, because the first time went so well, I was like, I can do this. And the second time ever, ever was on a live recorded podcast that I've been following for 5 years. And
Go big or go home, buddy.
it just it didn't work out in my favor, but it's out there. I have it, and I can forever refer back to it, dude. I love it.
Before we get out of here, Wade, how do we end the war on Ukraine?
How do we end the war on Ukraine?
Just lay it on us.
Somebody, somewhere, some hero needs to give Vladimir Putin some pussy.
You think he's just pussy deprived?
Bruh, you ever been in a drought? You do things you never thought you would do.
The man is a low-key dictator. I feel like he could have pussy whenever he wants.
Isn't he like
I don't care
riding?
where he takes dick, bro. I'm just saying he needs some pussy.
He's like riding
All
horses shirtless and shit, chilling with Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
That's the problem
I mean,
right
how
there.
could you not have
That's the
pussy
problem.
with Steven Seagal?
Dude, you guys remember when Steven Seagal had that cop show in Hawaii?
Yeah, he was a
Yes.
fucking cop, dude.
Yes.
And he would be like, brother, hey, brother, what's up, man? Hey, can you sit down? I'm tired.
Well, it reminds me of Dog the
sit down
Bounty
and
Hunter.
talk.
Where Dog the Bounty Hunter go in there like, get the fuck down, you motherfucker. Get down.
And they
And they
have
bring
a
him up
smoke
and
with
like,
him?
do you want a cigarette, brother? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But do you think you could really take down the war in Ukraine? What do you think it'd take, bro?
Me personally, or
Yeah,
just
you personally. Actually,
me?
yeah, you.
Me? I couldn't do shit. But I mean, I really don't know the answer, and all I can, I don't have an answer, man.
Well,
gonna lie to you.
everybody, we are going to be safe. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of The Rundown with Silva. Thank you, Guyver. Thank you, Kyle Wade. Thank you,
Hey.
Elliot Diggs. Thank you, Jeremy Daniels. Thank you, Justin Reed. We will see you guys next time. We are going to continue to push this project as much as we can. Things are going to continue to change here, whether it be the set, whether it be the cameras. We are going to continue to make things better. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. I fucking love the fuck out
Oh,
of
I
you
gotta
guys, bro.
slap your hand.
Love you, brother. I
Love you guys.
feel like me and Wade, we're about to
We're
be
good. We're
good
there.
friends too, man.
Cheers me, you dumb
I have
motherfuckers.
empty beers. This
Cheers.
is a curse.
Cheers, you guys.
Do this for real now.
Couldn't have said anything better myself, Jeremy. I mean, I know your mic's cutting out, but that's Kyle Wade. That's Guyver. That's Elliot Diggs. That's Jeremy Daniels. And that's Justin Reed. My name is Tyler Silva. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody.
Later, y'all.
Yeah, the rundown with Silva. Rundown with Silva. The run.